What is going on, everybody? Yvonne from Pair Recruiting here. Now let's be real. YouTube is one of the top platforms for building trust and showing exactly what your business is all about. And honestly, in a world where it's harder and harder to get organic traction, showing transparency behind your guys' business can be huge. But at the same time, let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Starting a YouTube channel for you guys' business can be super overwhelming because you can feel like you're balancing 10 different things, you guys don't have a media team, and we don't even know what's working versus what is not. However, the good news is the fact that you guys do not need fancy equipment or paid promotions to get the ball rolling. So in this guide, I'm going to go over on how to set up a YouTube channel for you guys' business and also cover some low cost ways to grow you guys' channel. However, if you guys do want help with finding someone to take content off your plate, that's exactly what we do here at Paired. We help founders find top tier talent when it comes to video editing, content marketing, and anything creative related all over the world. So if you guys do need some help with that, the link for it is going to be down below in the description. Other than that, let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, first things first, how do we set up our YouTube channel the right way? Before we upload our very first video, we want to make sure that the foundation of our YouTube channel is going to be strong. So that way, if someone has seen one of you guys' videos, they'll know exactly where to go next. So the very first thing that we need to lock in is going to be your channel name and the handle. So this should be pretty straightforward. Just have the exact same name as your guys' business, or you can always add media, HQ, or like official. You want to make sure that this is short, concise, and people know exactly who this is. Now, the second thing that we want to focus on is going to be your guys' profile and banner image. Now remember, this has the exact same function as you guys' storefront. Now keep in mind, you don't need a $500 designer. However, you do want it to look professional. So make sure that you guys use a clean logo and have everything that's going to be important towards your guys' brand. And up next, we got the channel description, which is going to be crucial. Now let's be real. Most people are not going to read it. However, this helps a ton when it comes to SEO, because look, the more content you put out there and the more niche it is, the better it's going to be for you guys' business. And if you guys have a video tutorial on how to do something or actually showing the product that you guys are selling, that's going to be cherry on top. And once your guys' channel description is set up, I'll go ahead and lay the foundation behind the channel sections. Now this will only apply once you guys do have a couple videos under your belt, and we can go ahead and name things under their own respective names, like tutorials, reviews, FAQs, stuff like that. And last thing here, make sure that there's going to be a link to your guys' website, or if you guys have a storefront, the actual address for your guys' business. That way people know exactly where you guys are. Alrighty, now once our channel has been set up, what should we even post? And honestly, this is where most people get stuck. Everybody thinks that their videos should be mega professional with drones and professional sound, but it doesn't need to be that way. On the channel, you should be answering the real questions. You guys can go ahead and show demos, how you guys work behind the scenes, and that way people have transparency and trust with you guys' brand. Now let's go over some type of videos that work really well, even if you guys are starting at zero. Now the very first thing that you can shoot is going to be some type of an FAQ. And honestly, this alone can give you a huge advantage when it comes to your guys' business. Because think about it, whenever you go to any type of website, and there's so many businesses out there, when it comes to their FAQ, it's going to be pretty boring. It's going to be some paragraph and it's going to be all text. It's going to all look the same. However, if you guys have a video that's explaining it, that's going to add a lot more passion towards you guys' business. And at the same time, your guys' customers are going to be a lot more connected towards you guys. And the best part, you only need to do it once. So once you guys have shot some videos for your frequently asked questions, go ahead and publish them on your guys' YouTube channel or your guys' website, and you'll be ready to go. Now, the next type of videos, they're going to be really important for you guys, are going to revolve around the concept of documenting and not performing. Because remember, everything in this world is going to be revolving around transparency. There's so many fancy commercials and things that just don't feel organic. So you can always record day-in-the-life videos behind your guys' business, or even record exactly what onboarding is going to look like. And that way, your customers will know exactly what they're getting without any surprises. Now, the next thing that I would double down on are going to be case studies. Because look, every single time someone buys from you, they are a little nervous about it working or not. And people like buying from other people that know that they can be trusted. And this can be applied even stronger is if you guys have worked with a brand that's similar to the potential customer you have in front of you. So for example, let's say we're going to be a software company and we're pitching to a plumbing company trying to sell them software. So if we worked with a plumbing company before, I would go ahead and talk exactly about that. But guess what? Outside of me just talking about it, if I have some type of content to actually back it up, that can be a lot more meaningful because people are always scared, and that's why they usually choose the big brand names. So if you guys have a business and you're trying to improve how many customers you guys have, case studies can make a huge difference. Now, the last basic idea that I would shoot for any type of YouTube business channel is going to revolve around founder or team spotlights. So if you guys got videos about you or someone from your team, that can make a huge difference about the customer trust. Think about it. There are probably some creators out there whose products you constantly buy. Think of Mr. Beast with Feastables, or Logan Paul with Prime, right? They have their own personal brand, and that leads to more sales for their own business. So you guys can spin this however you want, but just know the more connection you guys have with your guys' audience, the better it's going to be for your own business. Now, the last thing that we're going to talk about is going to be your guys' channel growth. And this is where a lot of people get stuck because they're posting a ton of content, but nothing seems to work. So how do we get people to watch our videos without burning piles of cash? First things first, we need to turn our internal traffic into viewers, because at this point that you guys are watching a video, you probably have a customer or two, you're probably sending out emails, and you probably have a website. Make sure that you guys embed all your YouTube videos on there, and that way people can actually click on it. Because if you guys' website is getting visitors on a daily basis, that can be potential views. Next, we need to go after unsexy search terms. Now in this day and age, everybody wants to go viral and be the next Mr. Beast. However, the gold is going to be in something that's going to be very specific. Now on average, the more specific it is, the less competitive it's going to be. Think about those very niche questions that they can be typing in their computer and finding an answer to. And that way, you guys will have a much better chance of someone actually clicking on your video and watching the whole thing. And you never know, that person can turn into a customer. But now we got to go ham. So let's go ahead and talk about strategic commenting. Now, don't get me wrong here. This is not about spamming. This is about figuring out where your audience is already hanging out. So on those channels, go to the comment section, leave a comment that adds some type of value. And that way, people can have a full-blown conversation when it comes to that comment. Through those comments and through the likes on those comments, people can actually discover you guys' channel. Just keep in mind, make sure that whatever you're adding is adding some type of value, because if it's not a good look. Next, from here, we're going to go even further and utilize the same strategy. You're going to go on Slack, Reddit, or Discord, or any other type of community platform out there, and you're going to add value as well. You can always post about your video on there, and if it can add some value, people always come back to you. It could be potential customers. And when it comes to filming, there's going to be two aspects that we got to really think about. First, we got to utilize short form for discovery. So those YouTube shorts, they have a huge potential of getting a lot of viewers. And once those users are going to be in our funnel, we can go ahead and utilize long form to actually build that trust. So the short form is going to get people in, and long form is going to get people to stay. And just remember, like anything in life, you got to be consistent. And to avoid burnout, I would batch film 4 to 5 videos at a time, and that way you can get it done in one go. So final verdict, should your business be on YouTube? 100% yes. YouTube is one of the best long-term bets for you guys' business. Not only can it help with your guys' SEO, but it can also help to build a community and trust behind your guys' brand. And remember, you don't need to go viral. We just need to make sure that we're building real value here, and the rest is going to take care of itself. And there you folks have it. That's how you guys start a YouTube channel for you guys' business and get the momentum rolling. And if you're sitting there and thinking, oh boy, this sounds great, but I just don't have time to script, edit, and plan, we got you guys covered. At Paired, we help businesses like yours find top-tier YouTube editors, content strategists, or even thumbnail artists, so you don't have to do all the work yourself. We make it easy, fast, and most importantly, risk-free. If that sounds helpful, feel free to check out the link down below to book a quick call. And if this video gave you some ideas, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and let us know what type of content you're planning to do next. Catch you in the next one. Peace.